Welcome to another Dance TV and the third and final part of skimming this extension, a little extension we've been doing over in Eccles. I'm going to put some beads on, get some scrim on, and let's get some pink stuff fluted on. See you in a bit. I'm going to put this ceiling on and the top of that wall while I'm up there. Liam's going to put the rest of this on, and then whatever's left with, I think we're mixing 2 bags, whatever's left we've got options then. We can put this on, that front on, couple of reveals on. If we've enough, we could maybe get that on, that wall on. So we're just giving ourselves a few options. So here I am, just lashing it through now. I sped it up a bit. I thought this might be a bit interesting rather than me watching it in normal speed. I've sped it right up. So I'm getting this ceiling on, putting the wall on, like I said, at the top of the and I'm going to do the top of the wall. Man, I'm going to invent windscreen wipers for glasses for plasterers. Could have been worse, could have got it in my eye. Nearly got it in my eye, it would have been bad in my eye. Just work my way around, it's really hard off scaffold, working on a scaffold, because you're up and down like a flipping yo-yo. Just get it lashed through, lad. Watch me go. Forgot to put a bead on that end there, so I have to quickly knock a bead on. Bit of fibre tape. Get the bottom half off and off up. Just lash it through. Bit boring this bit, I know. It gets better the video, well I think it does anyway. The next bit of skimming, I don't speed up, I just speed up a little bit, but not as fast as this, and I'll do another voiceover. That's the second gauge. Done and dusted. We got that on. We got all them heads on. We got this reveal on. We got that nib on over there. So we've got a couple more gauges, maybe 1 more or maybe 2 more, I'm not sure. We've got that wall to do. We've got this wall to do, and then we've got round this back side to do. They're all a lot of beads, a bit fiddly, so we might not get it in one, but it'll be a gauge and then probably a bit of a mix. Oh, got to patch that hole as well. So, luckily for us, the electrician kept the piece. Far easier to patch it if you've got the piece. Cut yourself 2 bands. Customer's kind of led with the ladders. You shouldn't just stand on the tip. It should be strong enough. Bang! Must be a strong table. And then give it a bit of that. You know we were getting good footage. Go there and go. Right. It's like the same footage. This is worse now than back here, you idiots. Why did I listen to you? I get that a lot. Love the bit of trigger action then. Oh, tell you what, my back's not good. keep that, it keeps like, spasming. I lifted them buckets out the van before. Oh, you're lifting wrong, aren't you? What? You're lifting it wrong then. Oh, you don't know. Oh, yes, look at that. Right, Churchill. She's lovely. absolutely marvellous. Nearly falling through again. You notice all my tools are DeWalt. So DeWalt, if you want to send some tools my way in the way of sponsorship. Yeah, I'm sure DeWalt watches Dan's TV. You never know. There might be some DeWalt rep flicking through one night. Oh, what's this guy doing? Oh, sorry, I've got a mate who works for Stanley. They own. So I've got a mate who works for Stanley and they own DeWalt. I thought Ringy owned them. Black and Decker. Yeah, well they're owned by Stanley as well, aren't they? Stanley? Oh. Flat Stanley? No, it's before the poster fell on him. So that one's red tape on, a bit of Unibond, and a bit of skin. Yeah, give me that, I'll take it up. I've got the ladders. Oh man. That's how I've done it. Travis Perkins. Hello. Here we go now with the last mix. Just filling my beads out. Problem with this mix was, by the time you filled everything out, by the time you filled all the beads out, it's actually nearly on. Ooh, just testing my trail there, did you see? Doesn't quite fit between the two beads. But there is a little trick coming up for you, don't worry. I've got a nice little trick for you. So I'm just taking my time, fill the beads out, lash it on, and then just run round the bead. Try and get it as flat as you can. Just flick it around the head. So on the right hand side of a window, I don't know if most plasterers do this or not, but I always flick one way and flick it back towards the bead. I just seem to build it up, if that makes sense. Like put a big blob on and flatten it. You look on the left hand side of the bead, the left hand side of the window, I just flick it on. It seems more natural to do it that way. But on the right hand side of the bead, see how I put a blob on and then flatten the blob against the bead. Blob on, flatten it against the bead, and then just run up and flatten it all the way up. See, look, blob on, flatten it against the bead. Think, yes, you don't drop as much that way. Right, this is me lashing this wall on now. I filled all the beads out. I'm actually doing, Liam's doing the opposite wall, which is like round a set of bifolds. I'm doing round these three windows and the knock through into the old existing house. Liam didn't feel confident to do that wall, so I said, well, you do that one. It's easy enough. Jeez. You only got 3 beads to contend with instead of 6. I think I've got about 10. I've got to fill it out forever. But it was either that or have 2 gauges today, and I didn't really want 2 gauges. I just couldn't be bothered staying late. I just wanted to get it on, done, and go. And we had another job to go to today. So I just thought, you know what, let's just go for it. Push Liam a little bit, you know, put him under a bit of pressure, to the stage where I can't really help him. So it was a bit of pressure from me, but I think once you know you can do the job, you do need that bit of pressure to make you just push yourself, and you'll surprise yourself in what you can do. So if you watch, I've lashed 3 licks on there. I do this quite regularly. Lash 3 licks on, and then I'll go back and neaten it up. See, look, I'm just going back around, neatening it up. So in this gauge, in this video, I tried to concentrate on the actual same bit of wall and do some footage on the same bit and do the voice over the same bit of the wall, put the different stages.
I've not done every stage, but I think I put it on laying down and flattening in, I think I did. So there you go, lash it through, come down from the top, and if you need to, go back and neaten it up. It just helps when you're laying in, or I find it helps when you're laying in. If you put it on, so lash it through quick and then just go back and flatten it. They're really horrible when you get two beads that are just far enough away so your trowel doesn't fit. And all the time, this stuff, I keep looking at it and thinking, I'm squeaky bum with this. Look at how much Liam's got on, look at what I've got on, thinking, there's not enough there. And we had 2 bags. The beads just absolutely eat stuff up. There's a bit of slow-mo coming up in a minute. Is it this bit I did it on? So I have to try and edit the video into one sort of video which I think is nice. Way up, bit of slow-mo for you. Trying to show you the angle of the trowel here. That doesn't really show it, does it? I think this next lick's a lot better. So get it on. Then lash it on and turn the trowel in a bit. Bit of slow-mo. Get it lashed through to that rock there. But when we was mixing, I said to Liam, just do not, whatever you do, mix it too stiff. So it was a touch on the wet side, but this is me laying in, this I've cut to it and it's a laying in coat now. So going back to the material and the stuff, if you mix it stiff, obviously it goes off quicker. So you want it slightly too wet at the beginning, so you have to just take your time and then it just starts to stiffen up. But it runs better. Does that make sense? Because it's that bit wetter, it flattens better and smooths off better and lays in better, because the worst thing is you've got a big gauge on, you're rackling loads on, and then the stuff starts stiffening up and you can't flatten it in time. So the stuff that you've got on is gone off, it's going off, or it's stiffening up, and then you're trying to flatten it or lay it down with stiffer stuff, and it kills your arm and you don't get a good result. You always get a better result if you try and mix it a bit wet. Don't be scared of mixing it too wet, not like flipping paint, but wetter than you think is what I'm trying to say. If you look at this stuff, it's been mixed a good 40 minutes, that I would say. No, maybe not 40 minutes, but a good half an hour. But it's still really wet, you know what I mean? Liam's mixed me stuff before, and it's been stiffer than that, straight away. So we've struggled. Wouldn't think he's been mixing 3 years, would you? But it can also work in your favour that if you've got only a bit to put on, mix it a bit stiff and mix it for a while with the drill, and that'll speed your stuff up. So there's a tip, nice tip for you. If you want your stuff to be on an early day, it's a quick gauge on a Friday. What I used to do on a Friday, my last mix when I was on site, was pick a big flat wall, mix it to death with the drill and get it lashed on. It'd be off and be done in like an hour and a half, troweled up. So you can see there now, I'm just laying it in nice, putting some stuff on and then flattening it. So this is the little trick for you. The Nella does fit or the Ox Speed Skim fits from side to side. It's not a Speed Skim, Damien, what am I talking about? It's an Ox Ultraflex Troll, and it fits from bead to bead. So you can almost, once it's on, before it goes too stiff, you can just run straight up and it flattens it lovely. So this is the patch in the ceiling. Flick out 4 little bits of tape, and then just put it on and let it find its natural sort of where it wants to go. Just keep going over it a couple of times, and you'll sort of see that, oh yeah, it's right, that's where it wants to be. Just keep putting it on and taking it off, and it'll like level itself.
Right, that's it for this job. Part 3 finished and all done. All that window wall. Liam actually managed to get that one. Turn around, Liam, show them your good work. Skin face. So zoom in, show them how good you've becoming. You can teach anyone to plaster, you can teach this one to plaster.
Yeah, which one do you mean?
Ah! that?
Can't slide, did it?
The camera actually went out of battery, so until I get home I don't know how much footage I've got, but I think I've got some decent footage. Go in there and show them around the patch and show them the patch on the ceiling. We've flicked it out, put a bit of fibre tape on and flicked it out here, blended it in.
Looks funny on camera, that.
Looks funny
It's
on
just a
camera.
lens.
Like you
It looks like do you know, like it's wider at one bit.
So once again, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
Oh, please.
Give me a thumbs
Please
up.
subscribe. Oh,
big
please.
idiot. You're an idiot. Right. Cut.